Have you ever discovered your Tinder date is your cousin at Thanksgiving dinner? I've been talking to Ashley for 3 weeks before we finally met in person. Her profile was perfect, funny bio, loved hiking, gorgeous smile. We had one amazing coffee date where we talked for 4 hours straight. The chemistry was undeniable. I can't wait for you to meet my family, I told her. Maybe after the holidays when things calm down. She'd laughed. Same, my family's huge and crazy. Thanksgiving at my aunt's is like a zoo. We texted constantly leading up to Thanksgiving. The night before, she sent, "Suffering through family dinner tomorrow. Wish I was with you instead." I replied, "Same, my mom's making me drive 2 hours to my aunt's house. 40 plus relatives I see once a year. Lowell mine too. What are the odds we're going to the same dinner? That would be wild." Thanksgiving Day. I walked into Aunt Carol's house, arms full of my mom's famous green bean casserole. The place was packed. Cousins I hadn't seen since last Christmas. Great aunts whose names I could never remember. Kids running everywhere. I was pouring myself wine in the kitchen when I heard it. That laugh. Ashley's laugh. I turned around slowly. There she was, in the dining room, hugging my Uncle Pete. She was wearing the same red dress from her profile pictures. Her eyes met across the room. I watched the color drain from her face as recognition hit. She mouthed, "Oh no," just as my mom appeared. "Michael, come say hi to your cousin Ashley. You remember her, right? Patricia's daughter? You two used to play together when you were little." The wine glass slipped from my hand, shattering on the tile floor. "You okay, sweetie?" Mom asked, already reaching for paper towels. "Yeah, just clumsy," I managed. Ashley appeared in the doorway. Up close, I could see the panic in her eyes matching mine. "Hey, cousin," she said weakly. "Hey, you two know each other?" Aunt Patricia chimed in, bustling past with a casserole dish. "We met recently," Ashley said. "At a coffee shop," I added quickly. "How nice," Patricia beamed. "I always said you two would get along if you saw each other more than once a year." The rest of the family swarmed in for greetings. I got the full update. Ashley had just moved back to town after college, which I knew, was working in marketing, which I knew, and was single, which I definitely knew. We managed to avoid each other until dinner, when Aunt Carol's seating chart put us directly across from each other, because of course it did. "So Ashley," Uncle Pete started, "your mom says you've been dating someone new?" I choked on my turkey. "No," Ashley said quickly. "That ended very recently." "Like how recently?" Cousin Derek asked. "About 5 minutes ago," she muttered into her mashed potatoes. I excused myself to the bathroom and immediately texted my best friend. "Mayday, my Tinder matches my cousin." He replied, "What? How did you not know? Different last names. Haven't seen her since we were kids. She goes by Ashley online, not Ashley Patricia." "Dude, your kids would have been their own cousins." Not helping. When I returned, Ashley was showing family photos to our grandmother. I caught a glimpse of her phone screen. She was in her friend group chat titled Emergency with about 50 messages. We made it through dinner by drinking. A lot. Every time someone mentioned how nice it was, we'd reconnected, we took a drink. When Grandma suggested we should hang out more, we took a drink. When Uncle Pete made a joke about keeping things in the family, we finished our glasses. Finally, we escaped to the back porch. We stood there in awkward silence, watching cousins play football in the yard. "So," I started. "We never speak of this," she said immediately. "Agreed. I'm deleting Tinder. Same. This is why I usually date people from out of state. This is why I should have looked at the family photos Mom keeps showing me." We stood there another moment before she asked, "Did you really not recognize me? You were 4 when I last saw you. You had a bowl cut and were missing teeth. You wore a Batman costume to every family event until you were 10. We both laughed, despite the horror of it all. "For what it's worth," I said, "you were the best date I'd had in years." "Let's pretend you never said that." Our phones buzzed simultaneously. Her friend had found my Instagram. My friend had found her Facebook. The messages were variations of, "How did you not check last names?" Then Aunt Carol appeared. "There you two are." I was just telling everyone how you ran into each other at that coffee shop. "What are the odds?" Ashley and I exchanged a look. "Yeah," I said. "What are the odds?" "You know," Carol continued obliviously, "I always thought you two would make such a cute couple if you weren't related." Ashley turned and walked straight back into the house. I heard her tell her mom she had